So, the question before us today, and that you've asked me to talk about, are tax policy and economic development. Are they related? And the short answer is yes. Good tax policy normally translates into good economic development policy. So, what are the parts that we have to talk about? We'll first have to talk about taxes have to be adequate to fund state services. In fact, I synthesize those standards about a good tax system down basically into two: adequacy and a perception of fairness. What kind of state do you want in Rhode Island? What do you want the government to do for you? Your tax system has to be adequate to fund those services. And secondly, it has to be perceived as fair. Everywhere you look, there are economic development incentives that are being dangled out there for businesses. So Rhode Island could decide to go naked and go out there and compete in that marketplace and not have any incentives. Probably wouldn't be a very good idea. 20 plus years ago, Jim Edgar was the governor of Illinois. He suggested that states pull back on trying to offer these economic incentives, and most of his fellow governors said, "That's a good idea, Jim, you go first." So it didn't exactly work. What does Rhode Island do? What kind of things do you need to do if you want to be competitive in New England, competitive in the United States, competitive in the world? They say that you need to target your incentives. You need to target areas. If there's a high growth area and things are booming in Rhode Island in that area, do you need incentives in that area? Maybe not. On the other hand, if there's an area of your state that is experiencing significant losses in economic downturn, has been for some time, maybe that's where you need to target geographically your incentives. You need to have an idea of where you want to go. Then you can work out the details about what elements of the tax plan fit that plan. And finally, I think, particularly with regard to incentives, I'll quote Ronald Reagan: trust but verify. So if you're using people's money in Rhode Island to get incentives, you need to make sure those incentives work. You need to have a plan in place to verify that those people's money is being effectively used. I think the path that you're taking of trying to be thoughtful, of trying to be inclusive, of trying to collaborate with a lot of different people about what kind of state do we want to have and how do we want to pay for it is the right way to go. I close most of my remarks these days with a closing that I admit shamelessly that I stole from Garrison Keillor, and that is, be well, do good work, and stay in touch. Thank you very much.